They didn't yell. They vanished. And your brain filled the silence with panic. That panic isn't weakness. Silence can hit the same social threat systems as open conflict. Today we're mapping why absence can feel like punishment, and how to tell a regulated pause from a control loop, without diagnosing anyone from a tip list. Quick rules so this video stays useful instead of becoming a weapon. We're talking patterns, withdrawing attention, ignoring, disappearing mid-conflict, not labeling your partner a narcissist or an abuser because they went quiet once. Intent isn't readable from one YouTube frame. This is educational psychology for recognition and self-defense, not therapy, not medical advice, not a step-by-step on how to punish someone with silence. If what's happening feels escalating, coercive, or unsafe, pause this for help that can actually hold your situation. Qualified professionals and local resources where you live. Mind Patterns does education, not crisis care. Silent treatment, in the research language, sits inside a bigger idea: social ostracism, being ignored or excluded, often without a single insult. You can be in the same room and feel erased. No raised voice, no slamming door, just eye contact gone, replies gone, acknowledgement gone. The content of the message is absence. Researchers who study this, especially Kipling Williams and colleagues, describe how people commonly report that ostracism threatens four core needs: belonging, self-esteem, control, and a sense of meaningful existence. Not hurt feelings as a throwaway. Threatened needs. When people catalog silent treatment behaviors, everyday forms show up again and again: avoiding eye contact, withholding verbal acknowledgement, acting as if you're not there. On the receiving side, the feelings tend to map onto those threatened needs, especially belonging and control when your attempts to reconnect get no answer. One more angle from that work, hedged carefully. Some people who give silent treatment report feeling more in control afterward. That is not a claim that everyone who goes quiet is running a dominance play. It is evidence that silence can fortify a sense of control for the person withdrawing, which helps explain why the pattern can stick even when conversation would fix more, and the distress can start fast. Short experimental episodes of being left out, paradigms like cyberball, where people are suddenly excluded from a simple ball toss game, show that humans detect exclusion quickly and report need, threat, and negative affect almost immediately. You don't need a year-long relationship plot twist for your nervous system to notice. I'm out. Here's the loop many people recognize after a fight. You reach out. Nothing. You try again. Softer. Then sharper. Still nothing. Uncertainty grows. Rumination fills the gap your partner left empty. Loss of control rises because you can't finish the interaction. So pursuit often escalates. More texts. More apologies for things you aren't even sure you did. More mental rehearsals of the argument you never got to have. The silence isn't empty. It's unanswered. And unanswered attempts to reconnect amplify the control threat. That's part of why cold quiet can feel harsher than a loud fight. A fight at least has edges. Silence has a cliff with no fence. Neuroimaging work on social exclusion, including a well-known study by Eisenberger, Lieberman, and Williams, has linked social rejection to brain systems that overlap with physical pain processing. Treat that carefully. Overlapping systems and social pain. Not silent treatment equals a broken bone. The useful takeaway for viewers is simple. Your body can react to exclusion as threat, even when no one raised a fist. So why can warm cold warm, or silence sudden return, feel so sticky? From learning theory, intermittent, unpredictable reward schedules make rewarded behaviors more resistant to extinction than steady, predictable ones. Classic Skinner operant conditioning territory. Lab principle, supported as behavior science. Applied to relationships, we use it only as an analogy with hedges. If early closeness trains you to expect contact, and then attention becomes irregular, or silence is later interrupted by sudden warmth, pursuit of reconnection can feel hard to stop, not because you are clinically addicted, because unpredictable relief after threat trains your attention to chase the return. We will not invent casino percentages for your dating life. We will not say scientists proved silent treatment is a slot machine. Soft language only. One useful analogy from learning theory for why the chase can persist. This is the beat that keeps the whole video from collapsing into all quiet is abuse. A regulated break sounds like information and a return path. I'm flooded. I need 20 minutes. I'll come back at 9. The other person may still feel unfinished, but they have a map. Open-ended ignoring used to punish or win sounds like no timeline, no acknowledgement, and sometimes a freeze that only lifts when you concede. Viewers still can't mind read intent from a video. What you can observe is whether a return path exists, and what happens when you ask for one calmly. Couple research language helps here without becoming a diagnosis of your specific partner. Gottman work treats stonewalling as withdrawal during conflict, often tied to physiological flooding, a nervous system so activated that continuing the fight isn't workable in that moment. Clinicians and educators also discuss silent treatment as related but not identical, especially when the frame is punishment rather than overwhelm. Keep the distinction observational. Flooding shutdown and punitive freeze can look similar from the outside. Your job isn't to win a courtroom in the comments. Your job is to notice whether repair has a doorway, or only a maze. Self-defense here means interrupting the chase loop, not out-silencing them. Name the need threat. Belonging and control are on fire. Say it internally. I'm reacting to unanswered exclusion. Not proving I'm worthless. Naming reduces the chance that panic writes your next text. Stop negotiating with silence mid-flood. If you're spiraling, more messages rarely buy clarity. One clear note of readiness to talk later beats a 12-message apology carousel. Ask for a break with return. I can give space. Can we set a time to come back? Then watch the response. Negotiation and a clock are data. Open-ended disappearance after every conflict is also data. Don't escalate chase loops. Matching panic with panic, or revenge silence, usually deepens the control contest. Defense is exits and boundaries, not a darker playbook. If the pattern is chronic, escalating, or you feel unsafe, this video is not a treatment plan. Seek qualified help. Professionals. Trusted people. Appropriate local resources. We will not invent DIY clinical protocols on camera. We will not teach how to weaponize silence. We will not diagnose your partner from one quiet night. Pattern recognition is for protecting your decisions under social threat, not for collecting evidence to win a group chat. This is educational content on human behavior, not therapy, not diagnosis, not legal advice for your relationship. Next time silence hits, ask one question. Is this a pause with a return path, or a control loop with no map? Have you felt that specific panic from being ignored? The urge to chase just to end the uncertainty? Tell me in the comments which part landed. The need-threat model, the chase loop, or the pause versus punish distinction. If this helped you name something your body already knew, stay with mind patterns. Curiosity over certainty. Always.